All right, we'll start off as the crew of the Pierce is stepping onto the transporter pad. You'll hear the ship's announcement system come up. Attention, this is the bridge. It's 35182.4. We have just arrived in orbit of Sheva II to assist the USS Valor. Possible Cardassian counterattack is expected. All non-essential activities are canceled by order of Captain Goplan. Department heads, start recovery and emergency relief. Plan Zeta 3, bridge out. And you will start to energize down to the planet.
On the planet's surface, with the Valor crew, it would appear that Commander, you're receiving a a communication from the Valor.
Shishran here. Go ahead.
Commander, this is Bridge from the Valor. The Pierce had just entered orbit and they're sending down medical teams. Be advised, the captain is still currently trying to engage in negotiations, but hostile forces have been spotted on long range sensors. It would also appear that Gul Bemlet forces have stopped advancing. Intelligence believes that there is two troop transports have left one of the nearby Cardassian facilities and has embarked on our location.
ETA?
Unknown at this time, but the captain would like to work with the ground or the medical teams from the Pierce as well as prepare for an attempt to rescue the hostages at the Cardassian complex.
Understood. We'll be standing by to assist the team from the Pierce and Commander Tavin and Lieutenant Giron and I are you an ensign. We'll put our heads together to see if we think there's a way to rescue the hostages. The Shran out.
Tavin's actually a commander.
Yeah, I knew Tavin was a commander. I don't know. Ensign. Zeron. Not lieutenant. Welcome to Sheva III.
Commander?
Ms. Zawinski. Ms. Zawinski here has been overseeing the colonists' medical and rescue efforts. She's the person to speak to about who is where and their needs. We have some of the most critical cases aboard the Valor, but there's a great number of wounded and missing.
Suvok is going to look to still trying to get familiar with names. I think they're missing. Who's our field medic?
That's me, Matrix.
Okay, sorry. It's going to look to Chief, right?
Yes.
Chief Matrix, and give him a nod indicate for him to go look over the people currently there in triage. And he'll signal Jasma to go with him.
Okay. Are the wounded in any particular location, or are they spread out?
They're currently spread out. We have several of them in bunkers in a nearby facility.
Okay. We'll start with the first bunker, the nearest bunker, and see what the situation is there.
Doctors, be aware that there is a Cardassian military presence already on the planet. They are armed with phaser mortars and may attempt some kind of ground assault, although we have security positioned along the most likely route. So work quickly and keep your heads down. We could be under assault at any time.
Roger that.
Thank you, Commander. Doctors Melnick, Tashan, if you could assist in the second bunker while the Chief and Lieutenant Jasma are in the first bunker.
Aye, Captain.
Affirmative, Captain.
And Doctor, while Dr. Key aboard the Valor is quite skilled, we are beamed up enough where they should be close to our ship's capacity. She might well appreciate some help from the Pierce.
We can communicate with the Pierce and advise them to send over some of our secondary medical personnel that are still aboard.
I'm sure Dr. Key would be most appreciative.
Suvok to Pierce.
Yes, Doctor.
Do we have any available medical personnel still aboard to transport to the Valor to assist in their medical bay?
I will give this to you for free. That is something you're more likely to know than the captain is. She would expect to get that information from you.
Right. I didn't want to overstep or anything. I wasn't sure.
You have personnel.
Okay, well then I'm gonna communicate with my crew on the. Then instead, I'll just hail the sick bay instead and communicate with them to go over.
Yeah, you'll get it from Nurse Coleman. She'll organize a team.
GM Prax, some questions about some scans and information we got last time. I know that the hostages are being held in basically a warehouse in the Cardassian camp, which was built basically like a military base, and that there was a transporter dampener over it. Was that just over the warehouse where they were being kept, or was that over the entire base?
It's kind of encompasses most of the base. It's just mainly focused on the actual compound, but there are ways you could theoretically transport nearby.
Okay. I am going to contact the ship. The Shran to Chief Engineer Saville. That's Tanner's, right? Tanner's?
Chief Engineer isn't in right now. Please leave a message.
Apparently.
Oh, sorry. I'm here. I did not realize my mic was off.
Okay.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to upload some data we've gathered as well as have readings transferred from the main sensors on this Cardassian base. Seems that it's largely covered by a transporter dampener. Is there any way that we can defeat this dampener from afar or adjust the transporter beam's modulation to let us beam through it, or any other way to subvert it? That's more your department than mine, I'm afraid. Any information you give us would be most appreciated.
Of course, Commander. We'll get on it immediately, and I will update you on further updates we have.
Excellent. The Tran out.
I don't know if you got the message in Discord, but Salvo, give me reason plus engineering difficulty of 1.
Okay. Okay, I'll just do. Okay. That should be good.
Right. 1 momentum was gained. And I'll message you through Discord.
I have an out of character question. The medical staff that beamed down to the planet, were we issued phasers before we came down?
That's up to you. Everyone except for Dr. Suvok has access to Type 1s. Dr. Suvok has access to a Type 2 if he wishes. It's up to you
He wishes.
if you have it on you. And of course, if you want to spin momentum, you can always ask for another one, but you didn't really have momentum to spend at the start of the game to get it. So you could have one. You can get one later if you feel like you need it.
No. I would assume that we were briefed on this prior to beaming down, and I would have thought that it might be prudent, since this is an active combat zone, for us to be armed.
Yeah, you
But
have Type 1s.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out there for everybody. So I don't know whether Dr. Svok would have ordered us to bring our phasers, or how that would have gone down.
Hearing to Tran.
He would have certainly advised bringing phasers. That's
What-
certainly within protocol when entering a potentially hazardous, away team mission. So, yeah, for sure. If you guys should have your Type 1s, and I will have my Type 2.
The Tran here. Go ahead, Lieutenant.
We are unable to beam into the compound, but we could try to beam just outside the field. The dampeners will have to be taken offline in order to beam out, however.
Can we pinpoint the location of the dampeners, and are we able to beam inside the perimeter walls?
There is a small gap just outside near a cliff facing on the northern west edge of the compound. The dampeners should be relatively easy to locate once you're on the surface.
Understood. We'll need to get all of the ship's transporter bays ready for an evacuation beam out of the prisoners once we get the dampeners down. I'll leave that in your hands.
Very well.
Commander Tavin, it looks like we're going to go in for a rescue mission. I need you to come up with a tactical plan to get us in and out, along with the hostages, safely.
Of course. I love plans that have a low chance of success.
Doctors will be beaming back aboard the Valor, preparatory to trying to rescue the colony's hostages. We'll keep you in the loop.
Aye, Commander.
The Shran to Valor, 3 to beam up.
Yes, sir. Just for a quick tidbit, keep in mind the Valor's medical staff is still currently busy. We'll be able to spare a medic to go in to help with the compound. So it is up to you if you wish to request someone from the Pierce to go on the infiltration mission to rescue the hostages. But keep in mind, both the Pierce and the Valor will be engaging in evacuation operations as well as medical treatment.
Yeah, once Shran finds out that pretty much everyone medical wise on the Valor is full up, he'll send a request over to the Pierce, or ask the captain to send a request over to the Pierce for a combat medic to accompany our team. Now we need to generate some momentum to buy stuff.
GM, do I still have my rifle from last time, or do I have to rebuy that?
You still have your rifle, which I should probably take the threat for that.
Yeah, then Dr. Suvak, you'll get a request from Captain Goplan to send one of your personnel to go help the Valor.
Okay, and just out of character, this should be an NPC that I'm sending, right? We're not trying to send over like a player character, or are we?
No, looking for a player character.
Okay, then I'm going to head into the first tent where Chief Matrix is, and inform him that the infiltration team has need of his services, and I'll be lending him to them, and I will take his place in the first tent.
I'd be happy to assist.
A feeling you would, Chief. Well, he doesn't put it that way. I thought you might, Chief.
Zeron, you have good engineering, right? Admiral Rob.
I'm sorry, and then I hail the captain back and inform her that I have sent Chief to assist the infiltration team from the Valor.
What was the question?
You have good engineering skills, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
decent at least.
Just trying to figure out the team, and I know that.
Yeah, primarily science, but decent engineering.
Okay, I just know that Savile has to go in a bit.
All right. At this point in time, I believe we're ready to kind of split off for the individual groupings. So, Valor crew, you'll be staying here along with Matt Rex. Am I getting that right?
Matrix, yeah.
Okay. You'll be joining us for the remainder of the session. At the end of the session, you'll be able to rejoin your shipmates if they're still playing.
Okay.
One of us. Gooble gobble.
Yeah, so if you're not Matrix, you can go ahead and jump down to the Benjamin Franklin channel.
Good luck.
Matrix.
Pardon?
I think that was one of your shipmates wishing you luck.
Oh, okay. Couldn't hear what he said there.
All right, he's now a member of the Valor now. We kidnapped him.
All right, I'm going to transition us over to the briefing room where you've gathered to begin planning your mission out. After you guys kind of got a little bit settled to start getting into is when the field medic from the Pierce arrives.
And don't forget Zeron. Yeah. All right, Commander Tavin, what do you have for us?
What do I have for them?
All right, what do you wish to look up about the compound? Because you guys didn't really go too in depth on that.
Do we have, first off, do we have any aerial photos of the compound?
You do.
Are the dampeners outside or inside the compound?
Give me insight plus security difficulty of 1.
All right. And just to make sure we get it, I'm going to give you 1 threat to activate bold security and an extra die. And because I'm greedy, I'll try re-rolling that 0. Oh well.
1 momentum has been gained.
GM, what time of day was it on the planet?
Evening. It's gonna be coming dark pretty soon on the planet's
Okay.
surface.
And the Cardassian base is in the same hemisphere, and
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
There's lots of typing back and forth going on, just so everyone knows. All right. From these scans here, it appears the transporter dampeners are in the Cardassian complex / colony, but they seem to be stationed near these buildings here. 2 of them are around the warehouse where we believe the prisoners are being held at. There is a potential, possibly, of if I could fly in from the ridge side, they might not be expecting that, and take a long-range shot with my rifle, disabling the damper, and get our people out.
Wouldn't we need to take down all of the dampeners, Lieutenant Saville?
GM, does my character know that during the scans or the research?
I messaged you the info.
Yes. Yes. Around the warehouse, Commander.
So if we were able to take out just those 2, we'd be able to theoretically beam our people out.
Theoretically speaking, yes.
One solid surprise shot you can probably get, Commander. I'm not sure about 2. As soon as you light up, they're going to light you up.
Possibly. I am a quick shot, though.
No aspersions on your talents, Commander. And the beam-in point is here in the northwest corner. Where is the warehouse that we're looking at, GM?
It's on the northern. I gave it to Savo, but it's on the northern west end of the complex.
Well, yeah, I know that's where the transporter gap is. Is that also where the warehouse with the prisoners in it is?
It's a little bit further away inside, but yeah, it's nearby.
Okay.
Where's the map y'all are looking at?
We don't have one. Just,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Could we
there is
potentially
one.
do?
I've just not shown it to you yet.
Yeah, fair.
Could we potentially do a orbital strike in the area?
I'm going to inform you that the Valor is currently also going around the clock with shuttles, and they're in the transporter rooms, to beam up the colonists.
So the
Okay.
colonists have finally agreed to evacuate,
They are
at least
Yeah.
temporarily.
temporarily.
Okay.
And we have the capacity to support all the colonists.
Between both ships, you do.
Got it.
Okay. So we're going to need to make sure that there's a break in the ongoing transporter activity to get those people out of there. And we've got 53 hostages. Let me see.
There's 58.
58.
How long would that take to beam up?
Assuming we could use all the transporter rooms. Even theoretically, like the cargo transporters.
You are going to be able to use one transporter room, because you're also trying to evacuate the colonists at the same time. So it's going to be a tight beam out to get everybody out. Keep in mind, there's going to be an increased complication for the transporter rules because of all the activity.
Right.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out, once we knock this dampers down, how long are we going to have to
Hold. Yeah.
hold? Yeah.
How long do we have to hold it?
Yeah, because the dampers down, we can start beaming people out, but we're not going to be able to beam all 58 plus us out at once. So there's going to be several beam outs, and we've got to keep the Cardassians away from the warehouse while we're doing that.
How many transport rooms do we have?
We're only going to have access to one because they're also at the same time evacuating the rest of the colony.
What about using the Pierce's transporter rooms?
They're going to be doing the same thing.
How many people can a Type 6 hold? That's our crew carrying one, right? Type 7's the small one.
That was like about like 4 or 5. I might have been wrong on that.
No, I mean, one of them was pretty small with only like 4 people, but the other version could carry more folks. I just didn't know how many. I can't seem to find it on the sheet. Look in the notes. Shuttlecraft in the command book.
Yes.
Six. So it can hold a maximum of 8. So that's not really gonna, unless we'd have to fight our way out of camp. Zeron, on your scans, were you able to tell what the walls of the compound were made of? Could we potentially blow a hole in one and evacuate the colonists out that way if necessary?
GM, would I have that? It's made of metal and stone.
Would a Type 3 be capable of blowing a hole in that?
Probably would depend on the setting.
At the highest setting I can put it on.
Well, and I'm sure Lieutenant Saville here could.
You may not need the highest setting, but probably a fairly high setting would do the trick.
Well, we also have phaser grenades, and probably Saville and Tavin could whip us up some explosives without too much problem.
Probably a good placed spatial charge will probably do the trick.
GM, looking at the scans, and does it look like it's practical to? I'm trying to figure out if there's a way, if we blew a hole in the wall at a certain point, we could evacuate.
That would be deeper into the complex. This northern section there's a ridge facing, like a cliff facing.
Okay.
That goes down. That's a pretty decent drop. But there's actually no wall there.
So basically the walls are on 3 sides, and the rear is protected by this drop-off cliff.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we could just bring along 60-some anti-grav belts, we'd have it made.
Are there any aircraft defenses that would prevent shuttlecraft from evacuating the worst cases that might be too risky to transport?
The scans that science officer got from last session is this place is more like a military complex, so there is, definitely defensive systems in place to protect it from shuttlecraft or would be, individuals trying to invade it from the air.
That'd be pretty risky then. Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of big thing, we set some sort of large diversion that would require, a massive reaction on their part, and then, instead of everyone going in, I go in with some spatial chargers, set them on the various things, set them off, and get everyone out while they're distracted.
It's definitely a possibility. Another thing, instead of maybe going in there shooting, we do stealthy. See if we go in, and if Saron can't deactivate the 2 dampeners on the warehouse, while you and I, Tavin, take care of any guards, and then we start beaming them out as quickly as possible and try not to get noticed.
My concern with disabling them, especially one at a time, is if one goes off, they might have some sort of system that will alert them that something's not working. Whereas if we set charges and set them off simultaneously, it gives less reaction time.
Agreed, but that also definitely lets them know that something's going on. My problem with creating a major diversion in another part is we're risking the situation escalating, and our mission is to try and not wind up at war with the Cardassians.
We could probably link 2 of them to a tricorder so that the final sequence to deactivate them would be activated simultaneously.
Do we have access to portable holographic generators?
It's a little too early.
Yeah, this is long before a lot of holographic stuff. It's lost era.
What about just sending a diversionary team to the other side of the base to start shooting at whatever to get their attention?
Well, that would risk the escalation.
Not to mention the team. We're talking about a place that's armed with phaser mortars and heavy weaponry. They're perfectly armed to take down. Yeah,
3,000 Cardassians. Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe a diversionary explosion somewhere else.
Well, that was the original idea. Perhaps we could set it on one of their machines, make it look like some sort of accident or malfunction that caused the explosion versus a direct attack.
Well, then you're talking about inserting 2 teams covertly and doubling the risk.
Fortune favors the bold.
There are other Cardassian ships inbound, right?
They've held position, but we believe they're waiting for 2 troop transports to join them before they hit the planet for real.
Would it be possible to replicate a Cardassian phaser rifle and possibly beam it down into like their armory and rigged to explode?
Yeah, we would need to take down the transporter dampeners before we could beam anything down.
Yeah, at which point we could just beam our people up anyways.
I was thinking, what if we pretended to be a Cardassian troop transport wanting to beam down reinforcements? They'd have to take the dampeners offline for that.
Problem is, all they have to do is just look out of their window and they'll see the disguise is wrong.
Well, that actually might be a possibility. You might be onto something here. We could probably what's it called? Shield our signature.
The problem with that is beyond the ground-based sensors, they're also probably receiving telemetry data from the 3 Cardassian ships. And if all of a sudden the Valor disappears and a Cardassian transport seems to appear in its place, we're blown to begin with. GM, I'm assuming that the Cardassians stopped within scanner range. The ships, I mean.
He stepped away for a moment.
Maybe we could jam their sensors.
Yeah, the Cardassian ships are they're within scanning range of you guys. They're holding back their forces because they saw
2 starships.
2 starships. They stopped. They've called reinforcements are on the way. So you know the true transports. There's possible other Cardassian Galore class ships coming inbound as well.
Right.
What if we go a little bit smaller scale here? Instead of getting them to lower their things because they think a troop transport, what if we impersonate Cardassians to get access to the base?
Basically the same thing, but yeah.
You know, we just pretend we're a patrol that's returning and
could we shield just our comm signal and do only voice with them and say, hey, we're arriving at deliver supplies, see if they'll lower the dampening field?
Well, we wouldn't have to have them lower the field. We would just pretend to be one of the patrols. We would have to obviously make some sort of documents or orders or something along those lines.
It's our ruse.
We'd have to use captured Cardassian weapons for the team. Make sure they don't get suspected through that, and some uniforms, which I think uniforms should be easy to find.
Dr. Matrix, how long would it take to make the minimum necessary prosthetic adjustments? Tavin, that might take quite a while on you.
Kind of turns its beak. Huh?
I don't know if I have any experience in that type of thing. I'm just a field medic. I haven't done any kind of prosthetic work before.
Yeah, Cardassian with wings. That would be interesting.
But I'm honestly thinking small team, stealth, backdoor, take down the dampeners without any lights and fireworks, try and take care of any immediate guards quietly, and beam them out may be our best choice. I mean, this is pretty much a fort that we're assaulting. It's well defended and heavily armed, and it looked from the description they were basically doing almost no agricultural work. This looked way more like the starting of an occupation rather than an actual colony. So I think what we're talking about doing here is sneaking into a Cardassian military installation more than anything else. So I think sneaky may be the way to go, with maybe a big kaboom as a emergency distraction if things go sideways, rather than as our primary means.
There might be a way to sneak us all in. On our next orbit, if we are close enough, we could do a orbital jump down and actually parachute into the facility. Or
they're in geosynchronous orbit above the colony.
Yeah. There is a break in their dampener where we can beam down. Lieutenant Savell has found for us in the northwest corner.
And we could beam up in the sky so that we would parachute down. Would be a little harder to see but basically beam us on the other side where the ridge is, where there's no wall, and then we all have parachutes. We emerge midair, fall, glide in to that side.
You'll be sitting ducks when you're parachuting down.
Yeah, that sounds awful risky.
Well, to be fair to the commander, he wouldn't be a sitting duck. It's exactly the kind of combat he excels at. But unfortunately, Commander, the rest of us, I don't know that I've ever gone for I've never gone for a parachute jump in my entire career.
Well, to be fair, I've never worn a parachute either.
However, I do like the idea of a nasty little distraction in case things go sideways. Would it be possible to beam down some sort of large explosive, or maybe even several mines, say, in the area in front of, on the opposite side of the compound, that we could set off remotely if we found ourselves in some trouble, and make it look like perhaps a barrage was coming from mortars from Starfleet or something similar. Basically, Lieutenant Savall, could you rig up some phaser grenades that we could, with remote detonators, that we could then beam down to certain strategic places to make it appear at our will that they're being bombarded with phaser mortars?
We can possibly create a fugas. Just essentially, it's very simple to make. Just basically, there are improvised mortars. You can just dig a hole in the ground, put some propellant into it, put your explosive round in there, and then you can trigger it and become a mortar that way.
I'm looking for something that we don't have to spend too much time in placing. So, phaser grenades with remote detonators that we could beam into certain positions and then detonate later as if mortars had struck. We don't actually need to put them under barrage. We just need to make things go boom at the appropriate instant. if necessary.
Just a thought, have we been able to scan underneath the base? Are there any tunnels, sewer pipes, that kind of thing under there that may not be covered by the dampening field that we could beam into and we can work our way up?
Mr. Zeron?
I can run a scan for it. But the last scans didn't detect anything.
Well, we'll definitely want a high-res scan before we go, if nothing else, to see if we can't locate the locations and of guards around the warehouse and the northwest end of the compound. Hopefully, since they didn't feel the need to build a wall there because of the cliff, they might get a little careless in their guard positions and patrolling.
I'm not sure tunnels is going to be worth searching for. The scans were pretty thorough before, and there's nothing indicating that there would be another way in.
Just checking.
Do your earlier scans allow us to tell where the guards were in place?
They would have moved by now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll want to run to get another scan right before we go in. So, what do you think, gentlemen?
The only other suggestion I can make is if we also kind of had a chance to monitor some of their watch rotations, it's probably a good idea to go in right after a watch rotation when they're worst case scenario, things go sad. At least
So
a lot of people are tired.
I will let you guys be aware that time is not technically on your side.
Right, yeah.
So you're literally down to like 5 hours to get this done, which is probably less at this point.
Right.
Because the time the colony's evacuated, the two ships are heading out as fast as they can go.
Yep. We can probably give you 10-15 minutes after dark to maybe at least see if they're moving patrols, what their interval is, but that's going to be about it. Zeron, we're out of time for this. So, Commander Savell, how do you pronounce your name?
Savell is fine.
Savell. Lieutenant Savell, see if you and Commander Tavin can't rig us up, I don't know, 6 phaser grenades on a remote detonators. Work with Ensign Zeron on finding interesting places to beam them in where hopefully they won't be detected. I want everybody in combat blacks for this. Make sure all tricorders and other equipment are turned to silent mode. Tavin, definitely want you carrying that phaser rifle. Everyone else with phaser 2s. And if you have skills in any sort of hand-to-hand or quieter melee, this is definitely the time we'll be needing to use them.
Oh, I know some Vulcan nerve pinches, but that's all. That's it.
I've been wanting to try out my double fist punch.
So you guys are beaming down?
Yeah, do we need to give you anything for the phaser grenades?
It will cost escalation. I will waive opportunity cost, but
Okay, what's I had the table, I lost it. What's the escalation cost? There
one
it
of
is.
two.
2. Yeah, and let's get those set for maximum audio visual effect.
This will be a daring plus engineering difficulty of 2.
To beam them down, or
well, to set them up. That
okay.
It's a different roll. Because you're creating advantage and then you're beaming them down into strategic locations.
Yep.
Which would be difficulty 1 if the chief engineer is doing this. Rollability.
So what's the task?
It's an advantage, so it's difficulty 2. It's daring plus engineering.
But it goes down in difficulty if the chief engineer does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you want me to roll for it first? Or
This is for the grenades to be beamed down.
yeah,
well, not
okay.
beamed down, but it's to create the actual, like, essentially the advantage that you can remote detonate these essentially IDEs.
IEDs. All right. Okay. Yeah. Zeron, you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, because I'm the operations officer.
What's the difficulty 2?
Difficulty is 2. Since you're doing it, it'll be difficulty of 1.
Okay.
Because
I'll just
engineering team on board the ship.
Get us some sweet momentum.
All right. You know what? Yeah, I'll just get some momentum. I'll use bold engineering.
Can I assist?
I will go ahead and buy 3 dice for 1 threat to reroll something, so I can just.
So you're rolling 3
try to.
dice.
Yeah, just so I can try to gain some momentum.
I will allow 1 assist.
Okay.
Nice.
You want me to reroll one of those ones, but probably not.
It's up to you, but I'd stay pat, particularly with an assist coming up.
Who do you want the assist from?
Daring engineering. It's just 1 assist. Whoever wishes to roll that.
Probably.
Will we also get one from the ship?
No.
Yeah, Zeron, I think, is probably the next best engineer.
Yeah.
You're literally modifying explosives.
Modifying explosives. Modeling and design focus.
No, this isn't really a modeling thing. You're modifying, devices.
Reverse engineering.
I will take reverse engineering if you have it.
I do.
You're rolling 1 dice.
I didn't hit the.
It's an 8. So
yeah.
3 momentum gained. Do you transport them in place? This will be a. I'm assuming you're doing this in the transporter room.
Yeah.
All right.
And with that, guys, I'm gonna have to take my leave a little early from you guys. Gotta go.
All right. Have fun.
All right. Hopefully, I can join you guys later. All right. See you soon. Starfleet checking out.
So I guess that means we should activate Shazeret. Or actually, yeah, Zeron is good for that too.
So anyway, this will be a control plus engineering difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering. Complication range of 1. Or sorry, complication range 2. Because increased comp. And those are to be nose into place.
Zeron, you want to grab it, or do you want to use the engineering NPC?
I can grab it. What's the task roll again?
Control engineering difficulty 2, comp range 2.
Okay.
We've got 5 momentum.
Let's go ahead and do. Let's buy one dice with threat. The first one, so 1 threat, and then the second one with 2 momentum. Let's see.
You have bold or cautious engineering?
No.
Well, let's see if the ship gains 2 momentum or gains any
Yep.
momentum or
Nope.
not. 1 momentum gain. Do you wish to have the complication stand?
Can we? So, what was the difficulty?
It's 2. You succeeded, but there's a complication. Do you wish to squash the complication with momentum?
Yes. Yeah,
Now-
squash it with the extra and one more.
Okay. Just as a heads up, if we have 4 momentum, we can equip everybody who goes down with body armor. We'll have to pay some escalation, but if we have at least 4 momentum, then that'll give us a little bit of resistance if things go sideways.
I really don't want a complication.
Okay.
Can we do something else to generate momentum?
Not to take care of this complication.
Right. No, I'm saying in general. Because we have the floater -1, which will bring us down to 2.
Right.
Okay. So that'll quash this. Let's find a 0 difficulty task that can be used to generate momentum.
There's really not going to be any. You're pretty much down to the wire, so you need to finish gearing up and probably be down to do the operation because you're already taking procedures to set it up. So.
Then would the GM like to take threat instead of the complication?
I will use the complication, but you can give me threat if you want to buy body armor.
That's true.
Okay.
So it's going to end up he's going to end up with 2 threat either way, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so you want me to quash the complication?
Yeah, quash the complication.
Okay, so here's 2. There's 2 for the comp, and then there's 2 more for 2 suits of body armor, plus 2 threat for 2 more suits of body armor, and then the escalation on body armor is 1.
So 3 threat.
Yep. And everybody can know your sheet that you have resistance 2 now.
Is there any other equipment?
I still have my rifle, or do we have to check that out again? when I
You
go
still
down?
have your rifle, because
Yeah.
Okay.
How big of a drop is this cliff that we're going to have behind us?
it's about 20 feet, but it's not behind you. It's going to be in front of you. Like they're up on the cliff facing.
Oh, and we're beaming down at the bottom of the cliff facing.
Yes. So you're going to have a
Then
climb.
then we need climbing gear, which I don't think is in the book, but so
I will take it as
ropes, all that stuff.
I would say it would just be one opportunity cost of 1 for that.
Okay.
I mean, one thing we could do is, if we just take a rope, I can fly it up, tie it off, and people can climb up.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Or could he just carry each of us up one by one?
Well, I mean, either way, if we take a rope,
Oh.
that's the opportunity cost for the equipment. So if we just say climbing gear, then we all have some, and if we're in a tight spot, we might be able to use that a little better. But yeah, to begin with, I'm all about you flying up and securing the rope.
All right, so 1 threat for climbing gear.
Okay. And combat blacks, body armor. Yes, Shazeret.
Any other equipment you need before you beam down?
Can I bring along an extra med kit?
That would actually be an opportunity cost, but you do have one for free.
Will we need an engineering kit for Zeron, since he doesn't get a free one?
Yes, you would need an engineering kit.
So you can have all the tools you need to take care of the dampeners.
That would be another opportunity cost.
Fair enough.
And
You
that's
guys
when
think-
the board cube showed up.
I already have more than enough threat for that, so.
That's just 13.
I can live with 1 med kit then.
You buying the engineering kit?
I think we have to.
Just makes the difficulty harder
Well, the engineering kit comes standard
for an engineer.
for an engineer.
I can't.
I mean, I'm operations, which is kind of a combination of engineering and science.
You have a different toolkit, though.
How many times did you see Harry Kim take an engineering toolkit?
I'm not going to get into this argument with you, but this is game mechanicals, so.
Okay.
I can't really think of. I mean, might not be a bad idea to have pattern enhancers, maybe. I mean, but that's going to be hell to lug up the cliffside. But of course, we could always. I mean, there's anti-grav, which is a range of different devices. It says, and then there's a whole anti-grav sled.
That sounds like too much to bring. We're trying to be sneaky.
So normally you bring what, 3 pattern enhancers, GM?
Pattern enhancer set has 3 of those tripod devices, and that's just 1. So you gotta keep in mind there is also carrying capacity, so you have to be aware of like how much you're carrying.
Fair enough. We're probably overthinking it at this point, unless you guys can think of anything else that might be mission essential.
I think we're definitely overthinking it.
All right then, and just in case, I will swing by my quarters and grab my Ushantor.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do this. We're going to use Shazeret for this.
So this will be. She would have to be. I think.
Yeah, so this is second activation, so we can give her something. Let me note this.
Technical expertise is always a good thing to add
That's the ship reroll.
for sensors or computers.
And transporters does use sensors. So yeah, let's give her technical expertise. All right.
This is going to be a control plus engineering difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering. Complication range is 3. There's a little interference because you're beaming so close to the transporter inhibitors.
Comp range 2.
Comp range 3.
Comp range 3. Okay, let me reset.
Difficulty doesn't raise up, it's the complication range. Because complication means your atoms could be scattered.
Yes, giving us a hatred of. So I will give you a threat for the third die. So here's Shazeret. Okay, and then the ship. Wow.
3 momentum gained.
You go, girl.
And we transition to a new scene.
Oh. Goodbye, momentum.
The big map. Just FYI.
Oh, it is big map.
You beam down.
Too bad
to...
we forgot beacons.
We did.
Shit.
Taven is going to immediately look around, secure the area.
Can't even see the map. It's all black.
You have to be top left corner.
Yeah. See it
Are we
now.
missing something?
The chief engineer had to go. The player. So it's just the 4 of us. All right, Commander Tavin. I pass you the. Lower us a rope. Be careful.
Looking
So
around cautiously, I spread my wings out, give them a couple flexes, and then start to flap and rise up into the sky with while holding the rope, letting it dangle below me.
You may want to get closer to the cliff facing first.
Oh.
Because you are aware that they do have, anti-air batteries and stuff. So
Yeah.
Stay low.
Phasers on stun.
I'm also trying to figure out why the lighting is different for other players.
Is this the base of the cliff?
It is.
Okay.
So you wishing to fly up?
Yep, I'm gonna basically hold the rope, start flapping, and stay close to the kind of this little edge here so that I'm more concealed maybe.
Zeron, are there any you can use your tricorder, see if you can detect any guards up top there.
That will be a reason plus science, or medicine difficulty of 1.
Sensor operations.
You're scanning for life science, so this would be xenobiology.
Yeah, but it's using a sensor. A tricorder is a sensor.
Game mechanic wise, it doesn't.
It's for ship. Sensor operations is for the ship, not tricorders.
All right, asking anyways. Oops, sorry. If there was a focus, check it. Because, yeah, it should just be.
It's just 2.
Yeah, it should be 2 successes.
You gain a momentum. There are. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Yeah.
There's one. You detect 1 life sign there, and 2 over this way, and then more in that general direction.
So it looks like kind of about here might be our best shot.
Hopefully, we're not in view of everybody.
Well, and Tavin's not exactly gonna soar up into the sky on this one.
Hopefully, he goes up high enough just to take a peek before he goes all the way up.
Yeah, I'll just fly up basically just enough to get my beak above the cliff head.
Give me control con difficulty of 1.
I assume survival doesn't apply for this.
No. I would take atmospheric flight though.
You know, I might have to rethink my things now that I have all these flight checks.
You made it.
Coast looks clear. Can I find a rock? Well, something sturdy to tie this onto?
Doesn't seem to be anything within right in that area.
Well, we have climbing gear, so I bet you got a Penton or something.
You do.
All right, so I'll put one of the.
Keep in mind, there seems to be a structure right here.
Yeah, but I don't want to go that far up. I just want to literally connect it right on the edge here so that it's less likely to be seen or noticed versus a rope hanging all the way back.
All right. Give me a control plus. We'll make this security difficulty 2 to attach and kind of secure and conceal the rope.
Okay, I'll give you 1 threat for extra die and activate bold security.
All right. One momentum gained.
Would survival count for that one, out of curiosity?
No, but you didn't get.
I know. I was just curious.
And I'll put a marker.
I'll kind of look back down and kind of give a thumbs up.
And I'm assuming you're right here now.
I was actually going to keep myself semi-concealed, literally just keeping my beak above and just kind of hovering.
Okay.
The Shran will start climbing up.
Fitness plus security difficulty of 1.
Okay. Take a momentum for a 3rd.
Gain the momentum back. and put yourself where you want to be near the marker.
There's a structure here, you're saying?
There is, yes.
From the study of the scans, is this the warehouse or
No.
where the prisoners are held? Where is that?
It is more in deeper. That it might be a potentially that's a guard or essentially a anti-aerial
Okay.
type defense battery.
All right. Putting myself there, I am prone.
Okay.
With phaser out.
Who else is going up?
I'll climb up.
Same roll, fitness security difficulty 1. Did you spend a momentum?
Yeah, 1 momentum.
Gain that back plus additional 1.
Is there anything to hide behind anywhere?
It's pretty open. Like all you have is the structure here, and
I'll get down prone as well right here.
So I guess that leaves me.
Fitness security difficulty 1.
Okay.
Taven's kind of waving you on, like, let's go, let's go. Oh, we got somebody coming.
Oh.
You need to roll another dice.
Oops, wrong thing.
It's even worse.
Ouch.
With that, a guard definitely hears you slip. You don't make it very far. Take 2 stress damage as you kind of slip on the rock face as you lose your footing trying to climb up. And complication wise is unless you want to squash it, this guard is going to head towards you. So possibly hurt something.
I think we should probably definitely squash that.
Yeah, because we don't know how many people are on the other side of him either.
Hold on. Roll20's making it weird to drag things.
I'll
weird.
delete that.
Thanks. I'm not.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that sees the great big one?
Sees the great big what?
When I drug out the momentum, one of them is like dime sized on my screen, and I can't get to go away. I think Roll20's just being weird.
Yeah, it's a bug with Roll20.
Might need to reload.
Let me reconnect here. Okay. So does the guard head over, or does he pass us by when we've quashed it?
He passed by.
Okay.
You wish to try again?
Yes, I'll try it again.
It's the same roll.
That's pretty impressive with a fitness 12.
You remember you're rolling 2 dice.
Oh.
Difficulty is 1. You're rolling 2 dice unless you wish to buy. You can buy more dice by spending momentum or give me threat to gain like a third dice.
So I click on the 2, I guess, next to range.
No, that's complication.
Oh, okay.
So
on task roll.
It'd be on the task roll. You would select 2.
Task roll. Okay, that's 2.
And
okay.
You have no focus for this. dice. Oh, that's challenge dice. It's
Sorry,
one in the
I'm a
middle.
little new to this, yeah.
Hey, you made it.
You did make it. So
And it's all good. We have every single one of us been exactly where you are with the sheet in this game.
Sorry, it's my prosthetic left leg that makes it hard to climb.
place where you wish to be along the edge.
How about there?
So if we can be right on the edge, then I'm gonna go right there.
What direction is the warehouse with the prisoners? That one. Okay. Doctor, life signs.
I'll
Where are
take out the
guards?
medical tricorder and see if I can get a idea of what's around us or who's around us.
Reason medicine difficulty of 1.
Question: can he do an advantaged and scan specifically for Cardassians?
Can. You'll need to roll another dice. Because when I say difficulty of like 1, that's the actual number of successes you need. You'll always be rolling 2 on the task roller.
If you don't buy more dice.
So how do I change that? There's the box next.
See,
okay, you said.
Oh, okay.
You see that I
Gotcha.
just changed it there? So
right, okay.
you would click on the 2, 3, or the 4.
Gotcha.
Or
5. There are roughly around total of 20 plus Cardassians and 58 humanoid life signs. All the humanoid life signs seems to be located sort of like, at least on the map from retail, near your position in that general direction. Where all the humanoid life signs. The Cardassian life signs are all around the building. And then the various other potential structures.
Okay, I'll whisper to the others. The humanoid life signs are to the southeast, and there's Cardassians all over the place, approximately 20 that I can see.
All right. How many of these can I move in a move, GM? How many hexes?
As many as you want until we hit, if you're spotted or combat. So
Fair enough. Need to go that way. So yeah, I know there's a structure here. Do I have any idea of any other structures?
the layout, like there's a structure here.
Okay, I'm gonna start
There's
heading.
a structure that way. And there's more structures to the south and east. The rest of you following? All right. Are you going stealthily?
Yes, I'm trying to anyway.
All right. If you're moving stealthily, I need you to make a control plus security difficulty of 2.
Control security difficulty
2.
2. I don't think I have any sort of focus for this unless
Infiltration.
No. It's okay. Take a momentum for the third die. Control security. Here goes nothing. Well, just made it.
I assume we all need to roll it.
Yes.
Here, I'll give you 1 threat for extra die and bold security.
Gain a momentum.
I'll also give you 1 threat.
Two more momentum was gained. You can squash that complication. Or I will use it.
Actually, looks like 4 momentum was generated.
It's difficulty 2.
Yeah, look at everyone else's rolls. 2 of us got 3 successes.
Right, so 2 momentum was generated. It was gained.
Do you guys want to quash?
Probably a good idea if we can.
Yeah, we don't want to get hurt.
Ah, dang it. Roll20's doing that same thing again. God, when did that glitch start?
It's probably because I'm using the beta version for dynamic lighting. So
Yeah, I had issues in my game with the new lighting, so probably is.
I'll have to switch back to legacy.
Staying low and kind of moving around, keeping close to the edge of the building.
Out of curiosity, could I go? How big is this building, tall wise?
How big is it? It's about 20 feet.
What am I standing next to there, GM?
It's
That
a
little-
boarded up window from.
Okay.
It's like it's metal, like sheared. You know,
Okay.
sealed.
Is this the warehouse?
Yes, that is the warehouse.
Okay. Do we know from our scans where around the warehouse the dampeners are located?
No, but they are close. You are aware of that.
Can I go fly up so that I'm on top of the building and then kind of get prone, but look around just so I can kind of survey the base?
Keep in mind, they will probably see you.
Okay, then we won't do that.
Saron, find
Yes.
those dampeners.
All right.
Reason
Try,
plus engineering difficulty of 1.
say that again.
Reason plus engineering difficulty of 1. You need to stop halt movement because something might have just happened. 1 momentum
Okay.
gained. And real quick, there is 1 this general direction and 1 that way. So 1 that way, 1 that way.
Yeah, I see them.
Did those guys spot us?
I have to roll for
Well, better question. Tavin, does he have the keen senses?
Is that just a race or is that an actual talent?
It's a species talent.
I do not have that talent.
currently just outside their field of vision. They start moving towards to investigate.
Wow, should probably
Fall back.
hide.
Yeah, fall
Either
back.
that or take our
This way.
chance and run inside real quick.
We're not at a door. These are steel covered windows.
Just below us, I think there was one, but we can fall back.
That's down towards them, so.
Yeah, it looks like there may be some cover up here. Ah!
Go.
Slow down. I need you guys to make stealth checks. We ran forward all the way up to that location. These will be
Okay.
opposed.
What's the
Fitness
stealth?
security.
Fitness security? Okay.
No, control security.
Control
Control
security.
security.
And since they're opposed, you want to roll as well as you possibly can and buy whatever dice. So you can go first if you want.
All right.
I'm going by one
So-
with threat.
Real quick though, Maddox, as you approach the guards, you
Mhm.
stop suddenly and duck behind essentially the cargo box before you're spotted.
And I'll give you a momentum for third dice.
Can I signal everybody to stop and hold?
Ouch. So, real quick, just for momentum calculations, total of 5 momentum was gained, so you're capped. And then I gotta roll.
Does Taven need to roll since I'm still all the way back here? Or?
No, neither did Zervon, because they kind of ran up to the guards. So,
I almost did. I was following them. Probably would have.
there is a device nearby, and it appears that there's 2 Cardassians near it.
Can we use the extra momentum to create an advantage against these Cardassians?
What sort of advantage do you wish to create?
Shan, any ideas? We've got extra momentum to spend.
I would say, since we've got these boxes and stuff to kind of move around, and it's dark, maybe increase their difficulties to detect us. I mean, we're going to have to take these guys out to get you to work on the machine. So, increase their difficulty to detect us when we move on them. Yeah, increase our decrease our difficulty to surprise them.
How many floaters do we have altogether?
We don't have any float. We got 6.
No, we earned some float. We had 4 momentum.
So your roll didn't count. So you
Okay.
didn't roll against it because you almost if you went any further, then you would have to make that roll. But you didn't need to roll, so I did not count that roll because you just instantly rolled. So yeah, if you want, so you want to create an advantage to essentially do a surprise attack on those 2 without being noticed.
Right.
Okay.
And I will use cool Star Trek undercover, hand signals to Taven to tell him 2 guards, and I'll take the one on my left, and he can take the one on my right, since he can cover that distance faster and cooler than I can.
And Taven will just give you a cool little nod with his beak.
Right, so you're spending the 2 momentum.
messing up his screen again. Now, just a quick question.
Sorry.
My talent of the aerial combat. What exactly does that do for me again?
What, the aerial combat?
Yeah.
1 second.
I think it gives me some sort of advantage, but I don't remember what
It
it
is
was.
an advantage.
Give me
I got it. Characters with this talent may use a minor action to move to any zone within long range instead of medium and ignore any difficulty increases associated with terrestrial terrain. However, they increase the difficulty of any weather-related hazards by 1, also considered to have the advantage when making attack against ground-based targets.
What does that mean, advantage against target?
Usually means you have a -1 difficulty attacking them, or they have a +1 difficulty attacking you.
They ain't expecting you to come from the sky. So yeah, I'm going to use the Ushan Tor and try and silently take out this one.
Daring. Well, we're in combat, so
Right.
So daring plus security opposed, you have an advantage, so they get their difficulty reduced. Sorry,
So they don't.
Sorry, their difficulty to hit is increased by 1.
Okay. Sorry, I had to pull up my character sheet again after reconnecting. Daring, security, opposed, take a threat for to activate the Ushan ability. See what happens.
He's spending that threat. Ow. Well, that negates their success. 4 momentum gained, and roll damage. So you have 2
Okay,
float.
so 2 float. I may use those in just a second. I'm gonna use. Wait, that's completely wrong.
Roll 1 extra dice. Or no. Yeah.
Should be 2 extra dice, I think. I should be rolling a total of 5 with the Ushan Tor. That's the sheet. There we go. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll spend one of those float to reroll 2.
Okay.
Now, that is at least 5.
He's still technically up.
But you still have 1 more float.
There's a float.
Yeah, that's true. I could add to damage or resistance.
Reduce resistance.
Yeah, I'll put that last float into resistance.
All right, and it's non-lethal, so he's knocked out.
Which is weird to be able to do with Ushan, but whatever.
I mean, he's bleeding, but he's out.
Right.
My question is, do you wish to do a swift task to try and take that guy out? You'll have to spend an extra minor action to get there, or are you going to spend 2 momentum to let somebody else go?
Yeah, I was going to keep the initiative and let Tavin go, unless anybody has quick to action. I'll take that as a no.
Nope.
I don't think so. No, I don't. My other character used to, but this one doesn't.
Okay, so there's the 2 momentum to keep the initiative.
It's disappeared. There it is. All right, Tavin. He currently you're obstructed by some of the boxes, but you can fly up and move.
I will fly up.
Not too high.
Yeah, not too high, but enough to get over the boxes here.
All right.
Just
Now,
don't
what
touch that all.
what are the ranges? How many
You're
is counted
currently
as
in
close?
medium range.
Medium range? How
Yes,
far?
but you're obstructed by the crates.
Well, I'm above the crates.
Yeah, with your aerial combat, you can use a minor to move into up to long.
Well, the only thing is I want to use the minor to do Deadeye.
I thought you were going stealthy on this. That's kind of what the intention, I believe, what the commander was. So keep in mind, if you fire a weapon, there's good chance they might be alerted.
Okay. Then I guess I will not do that and basically fly straight at him and do like a dive bomb maneuver right at him.
Daring security opposed.
Daring security.
So does the Cardassian basically have a -2 on this?
Yeah, he does.
All right, I will give you one threat to activate bold security. Hand-to-hand combat.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Oh boy. Good luck.
Yeah, he basically needs 5 successes, not even close.
3 momentum gained. So 1 float. Roll damage.
So this will be unarmed strike.
Yes, unarmed strike, so 1 damage plus security. So 6 challenge dice total. Ow. You dive bomb and literally your talons just smash straight into his face and he hits the ground with a loud thud.
And then I quickly like pop up my beak like above him.
We're still in combat. It is their go. Let's see if they kind of notice because it's a little dark. I'll throw a threat.
Just ignore those rolls. I'm trying to get my sheet straightened out.
You had the advantage in place, so it's technically no. They're too busy talking to each other.
Hate when that happens.
Okay, maybe we should stop running.
What are you guys gonna do next?
Have our engineer take this thing apart. Or ops person, as I guess.
Yeah, or deactivate it, one thing or another. And every single one was messed up. They were put in correctly. Phaser 2.
So what are you guys doing? You moving in closer?
Yeah, I just moved up to the generator.
And I caught a glimpse of a dude here, but it's not my turn.
This is going to be daring plus engineering difficulty of 4, and I'm spending 2 threats to increase the difficulty because you might get hurt.
For me to fix it?
You're trying to disable the transport inhibitors so you can start getting ready to transport the prisoners off.
Okay. Is it daring and engineering?
Difficulty of 4.
Reverse engineering focus? Or diagnostic?
You're not really trying to diagnose a problem with it, and reverse engineering is you're not trying to reverse engineer and make something else out of it. I can give you reverse engineering and increase increase complication range.
You've already increased the.
No. Increase the complication range by 1, so comp 2, difficulty 4.
I could live with that. Extra dice by spending 1 threat. That gives me 3. Still not really good enough. Can anyone assist me?
We've got 6 momentum as well.
Oh, you guys mind if I spend some?
Please do.
Okay. Spend 2 momentum on the second die. And we'll go for broke and spend 3 momentum on a 5th die. So that should leave us with 1.
You successfully disable the transport inhibitor / dampener, and there is a complication though. But you
How many momentum gained?
1.
We gained one momentum, so that would be enough to quash the complication. I'm glad I went for that 5th die.
Yep, just be ready to spend your determination on the other one.
No, because that's exactly why I went for this one, because I have a talent now in effect.
Okay, and GM, you said the other one was on the other side, basically?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
So here, I'm going to read the talent. Industrious mind. The Jonah are naturally enterprising and industrious, have the affinity for technological developments and industrial engineering. When succeeding in engineering or science tasks relating to fixing or adapting technology, it's not really fixing or adapting, it's disabling. And spending 2 or more momentum, a Jonah may add an advantage related to that technology for free.
Yeah, you're not improving it or anything like that, so that will not apply.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens when we get to the other one.
Okay, let's drag these bodies back behind the crates here. Doctor, if you could add a little sedative to our blunt methods.
Oh, like with a hypospray or something?
Yeah, just to make sure they stay out.
Okay.
I do have testing a theory, though.
We'll get to that when the roll comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to keep it moving. So, doctor, if you wish to give them a sedative, or can't talk now. Sedative. This will be a control plus medicine difficulty of 1.
Okay.
And you will roll 1 more dice because you're always rolling 2.
Oh,
unless
okay.
you're assisting. You got it. You have knocked them out for the good while.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll drag their bodies back here somewhere. All right.
They abandoned their post.
We head back the way we came. We know that there were guards down this way. Stay close to the wall. Looked like they were same kind of arrangement of equipment or whatever.
Which way are you going?
You said the other one was over here somewhere.
Okay.
Is that correct?
No.
Like
This-
that over there. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he said the other one was further down.
So we might be better going around this way or even through. But I know there's a guard lurking somewhere over here. So I'm going to sneak. 2 more guards.
Okay, did you make it clear which direction you were going?
Well, in theory, we could either get into the building and maybe cross through. Might be, since the other one's not in the same position on the opposite side, but further. Where's my arrow? Further down that way. I thought, why is it anchored? I thought we might be better going this way, but I stopped there because I just, as soon as I saw the guards.
Give me.
Who are you?
Give me.
Where did I find out exactly where they are?
Hold on. Give me control plus security opposed.
Who?
That would be Deshran.
All right, I'm going to give you a threat for a third. I don't have a reroll there.
It is a tie, so nothing happens.
Okay.
Oh, don't we still have that advantage against their perception checks?
That was just for the first 2 guards.
That was to see if they spotted him as he was sneaking up.
Right. So with hand gestures, I'll again tell Tavin to, and we'll do kind of the same thing. I'll take the one on the left if you want to take the one on the right. Actually, Doctor, can you give us an immediate scan of like this area, see how many we're about to run into in the immediate area?
Okay. Can my track order tell to that detail?
So you're trying. This will be a difficulty 2 reason plus medicine, and you're scanning. Just a little
I'm
bit outside
primarily
your...
interested in like, ish.
All right. Reason plus medicine.
Got it. There are 2 there. There's one there. There's one upside.
I'm not seeing any of this.
Sorry. Okay. 2 directly ahead that you've kind of already spotted. 1 over this way. 1 that way. And 3 behind you.
Okay. I'll make hand signals to everybody indicating direction and number.
Okay. Assuming the ones behind us are in this, whatever it is. So yeah, Tavin, I think same thing again.
But Tevin probably shouldn't fly this time.
I'll leave that completely up to you, Commander.
Why shouldn't I fly?
Because the other guards could see you.
Well, I mean, he's also not necessarily arcing way up into the sky. I mean, he can literally take a running leap and tackle somebody down with a long glide.
That I agree with.
So yeah, GM, I'm going to try and get this guy with you, Sean.
So minor to move up to him because you're within medium range.
Right.
Pose daring security. I'm gonna spend
Daring security. I will have martial arts here. Gonna give you. Lord, he's got a lot of threat.
I've been slowly spending it.
Yeah, I'll give you a total of 3 for 4 dice. And to activate the Yushan.
Oh my god.
He
Well,
is not coming.
3 momentum gained. There's a complication though.
I think I can only re-roll the whole pool with the Yushan, not just one. Yeah, it says you may re-roll the dice pool. So that's the whole pool, right?
Hold on one second.
If that's the case,
I've got it copy pasted on my character sheet.
It wouldn't matter either way. You could re-roll it all and still win this, or just quash it because you got plenty of extra momentum.
Well, but we might need that momentum. That's why I'm trying to see if I can.
Yeah.
It does say the dice pool, so I would actually be.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to risk that just to see if I can get rid of that complication without having to spend for it. There we go.
That was worth it. Very nice.
5 momentum gained.
Okay. Let me see if my new Ushan Tor entry works.
Can you reveal where he's at in that area of the map? Because I don't see it.
I think his token's messed up.
So that's 7. Whose token? My token?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
No,
But
I can see it, but
yeah, I can't see that whole area. I can only see like where we're at.
It's because the angle you're at, the building's blocking you.
with dynamic lighting.
So roll 20 is working the way it should be then.
Well, you say that.
Okay, now I see a light lit up in like a doorway, but I can't see. Yeah, out of line of sight.
Okay. So that's 5, but it's vicious 1, so 7.
Total of 6. He goes down.
Spend 2 momentum to keep the initiative.
All right.
For Tavin.
Okay.
Am I pronouncing that right, by the way?
I think it's Taven.
Taven. Okay, I'll get it.
All right, Taven, where are you going?
So I'm going to immediately start to fly and just like a missile fly straight at him, claws extended towards basically his face.
Oh, nasty.
Pose daring security.
Okay. I will give you 1 threat for extra die and activate bold security.
I'll spend that threat. Well, 2 momentum gained. He is literally was getting ready to go and after the Andorian who snuck up on his friend when they're having a delightful conversation, and then he sees the eagle unprepared, which it's actually not good for him because he loses his resistance. Anyway, he goes down.
My claws just come right at his face.
Is this by any chance a door?
we still in
Yes.
combat or out of combat?
You're currently out of combat.
I'm gonna move up then.
Is this an entranceway?
Yes, that is an entranceway, but it is locked.
What kind of lock? Like key card, key, palm
Key-
scan?
It's a pad. It's coded.
Oh, coded.
Can can we take
pair
it?
the wires and short it?
Zeron, see if you can work that lock. Doc, let's make sure our two friends here aren't going to wake up anytime soon.
I want to, with this lock, I want to scan it first and see exactly, basically diagnose the lock before I attempt to do anything on it. So yeah, I want to just diagnose it with a tricorder.
Reason plus engineering difficulty of 1.
Diagnostics would work this time, right?
That or reverse engineering.
Okay. And let's spend 1 momentum.
1 momentum heard. I'm AFK for a sec.
Got it. Currently, you're at a total of 4 momentum. It's a simple, binary type locking mechanism. It literally, you have to input a key, not a key, but a code into the lock.
Okay. Can I use the tricorder to decipher what that code is?
You can, or you can attempt to essentially hotwire it and force it open.
I don't want to force it because I don't want to set off alarms. Can we search the guards, see if they have it written down?
It's probably the same as his luggage.
Yeah, you're going to have to hack it through. You
Yeah,
should be able to detect any alarms or if it's connected to anything with the tricorder.
Can I spend 1 momentum to obtain the correct code?
This will be a task roll.
Damn. Can't blame you for trying. Okay, so let's. Yeah, can I just decipher it with tricorder? Find out what the code is.
This will be this is actually going to be a security roll. So
Okay.
this will be reason plus security difficulty of 3.
Reason, security difficulty of 3. All right, would reverse engineering still work?
No. Unless you're hot wiring it, then reverse engineering, but you're not hot wiring it. You're trying to input the code. And this would be more like encryption.
All right. By the first die with 1 momentum, the second die with 2 threat, and the third die with the remaining 3 momentum.
So you're on 5 dice.
Yeah.
Well, you got it. You go through the encryption algorithm and you manage to find the correct passcode.
Commander, got the passcode.
Well, get us in.
I punch in the passcode.
The door unlocks.
Commander, you are in.
Shishran will carefully step in. There it is.
So do I need to roll anything to knock out these 2 Cardassians?
I thought you already did.
I didn't roll anything yet.
It's the other 2. It's a control medicine difficulty 1 if you're going to sedate them. Those 2.
Control medicine.
2 momentum gained. And they are sedated.
Do we want to drag them inside?
Yes, but let
Check this
people
out.
know that we're here. Yeah,
You should see everybody when you walk in.
Yeah. I do.
And
Low voice, but I go, I'm Commander Thashran of the USS Valor. We're here to get you out. And then I'll go back in and help drag the 2 Cardassians in.
Are there any Cardassian guards here that we can see?
Doesn't appear so. The room is actually well lit. Inside, a gentleman walks up and goes, I'm Veth Mekos. Assuming you're here to mount a rescue for us. Thank you.
Right. Is there a door on the other side here? I'm asking.
Yes, there's a door. There's a door on the other side there, and there's a door over here.
Okay, and sorry to ask again, but ping the general location of the other dampener, if you would, over that way. So, is it a door here?
That's a disabled wall panel.
Okay, so door here.
Is any one of you happen to be a medic?
Well, yes, I am. Do you have any injured?
Yeah. Marcos over here. Kind of walks to show you.
Zeron, see if you can't hack into the lock on this other door from this side.
I'll do a first aid evaluation.
So one thing at a time. So with the first aid, that is going to be a reason plus medicine difficulty of 1. And you could definitely tell the individual is badly injured, and he seems to be visually. You can see he's got disruptor wounds.
Okay, I'll try to
patched up.
I'll try to see what I can do for him to get him ready for transport.
But yeah, it's reason plus medicine diff 1, 2 momentum gained. So I believe you're at a total of 4 momentum currently. The individual, like I said earlier, he has a nasty disruptor wound, but it appears that the disruptor also disrupted his neural patterns. His neural patterns need to be stabilized before transport.
Okay.
If it's not, he could perish during the transport.
Okay. I will attempt to stabilize them.
As a doctor, the only way this can be done is you're going to have to sync his neural pattern to somebody else.
Ooh.
I'll ask, what's his name? Makos? If there's anybody here that would volunteer to sync his neural patterns with this person. Does he have family or friends that would be willing to stay with him?
Most of us are pretty, fairly injured, and we're. What sort of procedure are we talking about here? But I'm willing to give it a shot. But I could barely think as it is.
I'll try to explain it to him in basic terms, just to give him an idea what's needed.
Question, GM.
Certainly.
So I remember an episode where Crusher basically had LaForge do this. It was just simple breathing, basically. And
Yes.
George, is that what we're doing here?
It's similar, yes.
Gotcha.
Doctor, you are aware that, like, just like visually looking at all the, people here, they've all received some sort of, been wounded in some sort of fashion.
Oh, okay.
So it would be.
Nobody's really up to it but me then.
Well, you could do it yourself. That would be difficult. But you also have to monitor, the patient.
Hmm. Well, Mr. Makos, if you're willing to try it, then.
What was that, David?
How long would they have to be hooked up for?
Until they get to the ship and then their neural patterns are stabilized.
Does the person have to be conscious?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, maybe we should cross that bridge when when we're ready to transport out of here once that other dampener has been disabled. And then we can decide.
So there's not another hostage who's capable of doing this?
They're all wounded.
Okay, so it has to be somebody healthy.
Yes. The door code is the same, so you already can unlock that door if you want.
That was going to be my first question.
Um,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's just use the same passcode.
What was the difficulty for the tricorder roll to detect life forms?
If it's immediate, it's 2. If it's just a general scan, it's 1.
And it's reason or control or
reason, medicine, or science.
I'll see if I can't see what's beyond the door there. Not really great at this, but I do have it. We'll give you 3 threat for 4 dice. Oh well, I have no idea how many people are out there.
Oof.
You're picking up a whole bunch of different life signs. Like, you're not even sure that your tricorder is working properly, but there's life signs there. You actually think going out that door might be a bad idea.
I can't make heads or tails or what's out there. I put away my tricorder in disgust. Could be 100, could be 2.
Maybe I'll have better luck than you, and I can try and use my medical tricorder. See if I can.
But you're trying to focus on a patient right now, aren't you?
That's true. Yeah.
How does this door open? Is it like a whoosh kind of door, or is it more like a normal
It's
door?
Door.
Okay. Let's see if we can maybe crack it and get a look out before we move. Or, wait a minute. Saren.
Yes.
Why don't you give it a shot? You're pretty good with sensors. Yeah. You got a hell of a lot higher science than I do medicine.
All right. I'm actually going to scan not just for like life forms, but more specifically if there's any kind of energy signals, like an energy weapon or anything anywhere out there. See if that'll help me localize where they could be at. What would I need to roll?
And Ensign, I'm basically interested in what's just right immediately on the other side of this door.
Well, you don't want me doing the medicine roll on it, so that's why search
Well,
for something else.
You can use science to do that same kind of scan. I just have a better medicine than science, so I tried that.
Okay, so reason science.
It's reason science difficulty of 2 to get exact numbers outside the door.
All right. I don't like this, but I'm going to do it with just 2 dice.
You made it.
There are 2 immediately outside the door. Looks like they're probably guarding it. You detect life signs down this way.
All right, Taven. Taven, you take the one on your side. I'll take the one on mine.
I'll open the door for you guys.
Well, so we're gonna go in combat. So
Fair.
it's a minor action to open the door.
Yes. And we don't have any damn momentum.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to go great.
So
Well,
how do you do this, Shran?
Well, I mean, you could open the door, but that would take your entire action. But we don't have the 2 momentum we need to keep the initiative to let us go through. And then because we're going to have to move, which is another minor action. So
Technically, we're not in combat till the door is actually open.
no, the GM said we are in combat when we start moving to attack. So yeah, that's how we got to start thinking.
Well, I can open the door and take a shot, but
Okay, well, I've got 1 momentum, so I can I can get out there and hopefully generate, or Taven can get out there. Either one of us can use the 1 momentum to buy an extra minor to open the door, then your minor to move and then attack and try and build up enough momentum for us to keep the initiative and me jump out on my guy.
I would say have me go out first because I can
Okay.
buy out, and then they'll have the disadvantage on shooting me.
Okay.
Plus, I probably have the most hit points.
Okay. So yeah, you just take the momentum here for the extra minor to open the door.
we'll have to relabel him Tank.
Okay, so open the door and
It's a minor action.
yep, we use the momentum for that.
Okay.
And
One sec.
Screech! Oh, I was doing the door.
I immediately will take off and do my little missile routine at this guy right here.
Ooh,
That I kind of landed on.
It might not be a bad thing. It just land on him.
pose daring security.
All right, I'll give you 1 threat. Activate bold security. Extra die.
I am spending 3 threat. Oh my god. 2 momentum.
Boom.
GM cannot roll today.
He goes down, and I'll give you for one of the complications an extra minor action.
I'm Minor action. Can I do
Door's
a
already
swift
open.
task?
You can do a swift task. It will cost you 2 momentum. You wanted to go after that guy?
You said if I fire my rifle, everyone's gonna hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you do have an extra minor, so you can move with that.
So if you did the extra minor and then the 2 momentum, you could do a
For the
swift
swift
task, but your difficulty would go up by 1.
Okay. Well, do I still have my flying advantage to bring it back down?
Well, yeah, that's aerial combat's your talent.
Yeah.
What is the? Okay. So basically, it washes out. All right. So 2 momentum and missile attack. 1 threat for 3rd die and bold security again.
All right. I'm gonna roll 4.
And I will re-roll the 0.
How many times have you rolled a complication on this as the GM? Just today.
This is a rarity, just so you know.
More than enough. It's true. It's so true. The dice gods are with us to this point in the evening.
I
Three
will
momentum
use one of those momentum to re-roll 3.
All right.
I'm surprised he's not spending more threat.
I've been spending threat.
Yeah, all along.
He is knocked out. My question is,
Drag them inside. Then
So yeah, I just dart out, claw out his eyes, then immediately as he's turning around, leap off, wings spread as I come flying at him and literally ram my beak right into his throat.
Non-lethal, Commander.
Well, just hitting the Adam's apple to make him choke a little.
It's not very Starfleet.
since Doctor's pretty busy, I just go, "Hey Doc, where's your hyposprays?"
Doctor is busy currently. Doctor, I need you to make a daring plus medicine difficulty 1 to start treating the prisoners.
Daring plus medicine.
Right. You start. It's gonna take you a little bit of time, but you do start going through, making the rounds, and treating all the prisoners, and some of them are able to kind of help you out. Help move individuals that are less fortunate, to be treated.
Okay, good.
So does he at least have the opportunity to tell me where the hypos are to keep the guards knocked out?
I am going to spend 2 threats to create a complication that he is out of sedatives.
Okay. At least you're spending the threats.
I messed these guys up pretty good.
How about we drag the Cardassians inside at least?
Sure, we'll take a minute to do that.
I'll drag them in to kind of see my feathers a little bloody from all the clawing, and
The corners at the bottom and top look pretty nice.
All right.
Behind boxes.
Taven, Giron, come on. Let's get to that other dampener.
You literally have to go out the door.
Yes, you have to go out the door.
Roll 20 actually makes you do it.
So we know it was down this way, right, GM?
Yes. Oh, David. So you're gonna initiate. Are you planning on initiating combat, or are you gonna try to sneak up on them?
Taven is in attack mode at this point. He's a
We're
bird of prey.
We're in combat, so
Wait, do you have a cloaking device?
you spot this guy, and he's get. I will be pulling out my disruptor pistol if you're gonna
And
see.
I think there's someone behind him too.
Do I get the initiative to attack first?
Players always go first unless I spend threat. So
Okay. So I will do my flying bit and basically send claws and beaks a flying.
so you're going to
Basically fly myself like a missile at
okay, missile attack. Got it. So you ult out to him. Daring security opposed.
Okay, daring security 1 threat for extra die and bold security.
I'm gonna roll 3. 3 momentum gained. Roll damage.
Okay,
Capped.
damage.
He is out.
Swift task.
Okay.
Dang it, not 20.
Running off of, basically jumping up into the air and then diving down onto the second guy.
So that's gonna be cost you an extra minor. So that's gonna be 3 momentum for the swift task and the extra minor. So you'll be down to 3
Spent.
Yep.
Yeah, it theoretically spin it, but didn't.
Daring.
There it is.
Giving you another threat for third die and bold security.
It's
Re-rolling that complication. All right.
2 momentum gained. Roll your damage.
One momentum to re-roll 3.
That should be enough.
That's
put
not
1
enough.
into resistance because
Oh yeah.
So I guess another momentum for resistance.
Okay, so you're down to 2 total momentum.
I'm at roll 20.
3.
So that should knock him out.
It does, and he's out. And you're next to the other dampener.
And I move up quickly.
And you just see him kind of standing over this body, like his beak just scanning for more prey.
Kirthon's gonna kind of crouch down, take a position, kind of watch this side.
All right, daring plus engineering, difficulty of 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat to up the complication range by 1. So comp 2.
All right. Reverse engineering. And testing a theory. So that gives me an extra d20.
Yes. Be comp 3 if you're using reverse engineering.
Okay. What's difficulty again?
Difficulty is 3, comp 3.
Okay, and then let's spend 2 momentum for. Actually, no, I'm going to use determination. A theory for every situation.
There's really not. This is not really a theory crafting thing.
Okay, threw out the handbook and wrote my own.
Can you expand on that?
Because I had already took down one, I decided to try a couple things to take out this one a little bit quicker. I got another value that would work too. Engineer at heart. Or even the fourth one, understands technology with a passion. And between those four, there's got to be enough wiggle room here.
I'll one of them.
So 4 dice. No.
You're rolling
3 dice.
You have 2
rolling 3. Yeah, I don't have to roll the 4th. So that should be all I need there.
1 momentum's gained. There is a complication.
Squash it.
So you'll be down to 1 momentum. You're currently at 1 momentum. So, and you disable the other transporter dampener / inhibitor.
I'll hit my muffled comm badge and the Shran to Valor. Begin emergency beam out of the hostages.
Okay, somebody on the ship is gonna have. We're gonna be doing this.
And I hope those guys drag these 2 guys in too. Let's retreat back into the building.
Yeah, so me and Tavin each grab a Cardassian here.
Okay, hold on. Stuff is triggered. With the last inhibitor going down, sirens start going off. As the base is alerted to your presence. You will have 12 intervals to get everybody out, including yourselves, before more guards come to your location.
Okay. How many intervals is it, or how many tasks is it going to eat up getting someone's neural whatever synced with the injured persons?
That will take up 2.
2 tasks. 2 intervals or 2 tasks?
2 intervals.
Okay, so one task roll. Okay. So once we get inside, let's when they start beaming, let's lock these doors back and maybe move some of these crates in front of them. And
can we move inside without spending intervals?
I will let you guys be inside for free, but because you got the alarm and then you'll be hitting the comm badge, so you'll be inside the compound. But any task inside the compound is going to eat up, intervals.
So. Okay.
One thing we could also try to slow them down, give us maybe a little more time. Could we relock the doors and scramble the code?
Yeah, but I think each of those would take an interval, if I'm right. Those would be actions, right?
Those would be tasks, so that's going to take up total 4 intervals because you have to go to each door.
Okay.
So how many can be beamed out per?
6 at a time.
And there are 58 plus us.
A total of 10 intervals just for all the hostages and then the rest of you. So I did the math already.
Okay.
It's close.
Yep.
Can't fail a roll.
Keep them. Start beaming them out. We'll be last.
Pierce assist.
The soldiers too.
This is actually for a supporting character on the ship to do the role. So this will be a control plus engineering assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering, difficulty of 2, complication range of 2.
I will get the ship if someone wants to grab the transporter chief.
Which character is that?
Thylas Shazaret. I think the only one under engineering.
Yeah. What's the task again for her?
It's control plus engineering, difficulty of 2, complication range 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
And you have the talent that lets you re-roll the ship's roll if they're using sensors.
Can Pierce assist with the beam mounts?
What does the technical expertise talent do?
That lets you re-roll the ship's roll since it's using sensors.
Oh, okay. Transporters and replicators for focus.
Yes.
Let me bring the complication range back down. I think that's 1 gained, GM.
Yes, that is 1 gained. And random people. First 6 have been beamed out. You have 10 intervals left. And
Keep a beaming.
Things are happening.
Keep in mind, if we can earn some momentum, we can reduce the intervals.
2 momentum gained.
Just to make this a little less confusing here. Switch this. Yeah. Alright.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know how the Valor rolled 2, but if you'll take the first one, that's a 2.
Well, don't we get our reroll with the technical expertise?
Yes.
Only on the ship.
No,
Or-
it's the player or the ship.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so is it reroll 1 or reroll both?
You can only reroll 1 dice.
So spend that one and another to
Spend
squash it.
2 momentum is squash. But that still overall gives us 4 successes.
Huh?
Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
Yeah, I mistakenly rolled 2 dice for the ship.
Yeah, so 3 successes.
Yep, so you got
All right. Hold up.
So 8 intervals left.
You spent the squash?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Keep in mind, this guy, if he's beamed out, he will die.
Okay, so at some point the doctor needs to hook him up, regulate him to somebody, so we can beam him out.
Yeah, Doc, probably the best thing to do is regulate him to you and go ahead and...
No.
Doc can't regulate him to himself.
Oh, okay.
You can't regulate it to someone else.
Save him for last.
Well, they're kind of just beaming out at random. So does it have to be human or what species does it matter if it's the same species? Okay. Does he have to be regulated with a human or could he get it to work on, say, an Andorian?
Anybody who's humanoid.
Humanoid. Okay.
Is there any way you can ask Makos to do it again?
Well, he can't because he's injured. So,
How badly injured is he?
Geron, why don't you let the doc sync you up? Because Tavin and I are best suited to hold the fort if necessary.
I'm
All
back.
right.
Okay, that's gonna be a minor. So the task roll to do the hookup is going to be a control plus medicine difficulty of 2 to sync up the patterns, and this will use 2 intervals.
Well, I hope to not scramble anything.
Tanners, we're doing emergency beam outs of the hostages. You want to take over the transporter roles?
Sure.
I can still do the transporter rolls.
Do you wish that roll to stand?
We squash that.
Sure.
It is a failure, though.
Have you spent your determination?
No.
Then were I you, I would spend the determination to re-roll.
Probably just use mission directive for this.
Yeah. What's
How
the
do I do
difficulty, GM?
It's difficulty 2. I will take even the first value. So if you want to re-roll 1 dice, you can with your determination.
Okay.
You just click on the 1.
Got it.
Offered. There you go. You got it synced up. You currently have 4 intervals left.
4.
Oh, because you've done 3 transports, so that's 6.
Yeah.
So,
10. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'd lost count there somewhere. Okay, why don't we let the chief engineer take over the transporter roles? Let Tanner's get a chance to do some rolling.
Tanner's currently they're beaming up the hostages. This is going to be control plus engineering, difficulty of 2, complication range of 2, assisted by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
Okay. All right. I do have a focus in transporters. I will use my bold engineering. Complication range is 2.
Yes.
Okay. I will. Difficulties 2, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and use the bold for. I'll just give you 1 threat for 3 dice to activate the bold, just in case. Fingers crossed. Ouch. Okay. I'll.
Transport went well. First, let's resolve the roll. So, sensors engineering. So, 1 momentum gain. There's 2 complications.
I can re-roll 1 of those complications.
Okay.
With the bold. And let's see what happens. Yep. And can we use
the one we gained and another to squash?
Yeah.
So okay. Well, he gained 2 off the roll. So
okay.
That will squash. So you're still at the 3.
Okay.
You have 2 intervals left.
And way more than. Did 6 people disappear on that last one?
Yeah, unless I'm missing. I might have put too many on the board.
Because we haven't failed a roll left, so.
Let me group these up. Make it easy to count. Yeah, I think I put too many down.
That's going to require at least 4 transports still.
So is that accurate?
4. No, actually, it is accurate. You've done 24 so far.
Yeah. So that leaves 18, which would have been 52 total.
Yeah.
Don't forget us.
I also took off 6, so there's actually 6 more there.
Okay, so. Oh, okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3,
12,
4. So we need 5 more beam outs, it looked to me, to get everybody, including us. Okay. So
I'm gonna have to beam out with that one patient, probably.
right. What's the buy for momentum for intervals?
1 for 1, so you get back 1 interval.
Okay, so let's go ahead and spend 2.
You can only buy it once.
You can only buy it once. Son of a bitch. And roll 20's doing that thing again. Okay.
So you get 3 intervals.
Okay, so beam another one. See what we can do.
Troll engineering, by the ship's sensors plus engineering, comp 2, difficulty 2.
Okay. We'll give you 1 threat for 3 dice, and to activate the bold, and then reroll.
Nicely done.
I guess I'll just reroll the 1, or no, I'll just leave it alone.
3 momentum gained.
All right, spend 1 of those for an interval.
All right, you have 2 intervals left. So you're down to 3.
Down to what?
You spend 1 momentum, so you gain 3, so you only gain 2 out of it.
Sorry. Roll 20 is doing a thing where it looks like it's thrown away, but it's not.
All right, you have 1 interval left. At that point, the Cardassians are going to start coming into the compound.
Whee. Okay. Beam out at least 1 more group. We can't buy any extras. We're just going to have to try and hold the line.
I guess at this point, it doesn't matter if they hear my phaser rifle.
Nope.
So.
This point, it's all you shooty shoot, my friend.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and beam them out. I'll just give you 1 threat for 3 dice.
To momentum.
Shouldn't it be 2 momentum?
2 momentum gained.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My question is, do you wish to do a swift test?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Be difficulty 3. It will be difficulty of 3.
Yeah, beam them out with a difficulty 3, Saval.
Okay, boy. Complication range same?
Yes, comp 2.
Okay. Ooh, it's gonna be tougher. All right.
Can you, on one of these beam outs, you got to get me, the doctor, and 1 specific patient on the same beam out. So let us know when.
Okay. I'll give you 1 threat for 3 dice, and then I'll give you. I got 3 momentum left. How much momentum should I give you for 4 dice, or is it all 3?
At this point, you might consider determination.
He still has to transport you guys all in combat.
That's true. Yeah, never mind then. You can buy the 4th dice with 2 momentum. And if you want to do the other one, it's going to be a momentum and 2 threat.
All right. Yeah, I'll just give you 1 moment. Well, I gave him 1 threat to activate the bold, and I give him another threat and 1 momentum for the 4th one.
Or you can give him 2 momentum either way.
I'll just give him 2 threat, 1 momentum. That way we can save the other 2
Okay.
or anything.
Diff
Any
3.
oopsies.
Control engineering. Assist by the ship's sensors plus engineering.
Okay, and I do have a focus. Alright, I'll just re-roll. Can I re-roll that 0? That complication?
Yep.
There we go.
Nice.
4 momentum gained.
Capped. Now, can we spend to keep the initiative?
Are we
Yes.
in combat?
We are in combat. But he already went, so
Oh, that's right. But the transporter chief hasn't gone.
Which that would be not me, I would assume.
Yeah, that would be the NPC that Zeron was playing. So we could. My idea is we spend to keep the initiative. The Jarrett, the transporter chief, beams out one more time, and then we just have to deal with what comes at us until we can get beamed out.
keep
Alright.
in mind, you only get 5 on this next transport.
Why only 5?
Either way, it's still 2 transports.
True.
Yeah.
But because 3 have to beam out at the same time. So either 2 civilians stay behind, or
Well,
1 civilian who's badly injured.
How about me, the doctor, and the patient, and three more, leaving two behind to go with the last group?
Now we're going to get as many civilians out as we can. So that means the 4 of us plus the 1 patient who can't be moved. We've got to stay behind.
That patient should have been one of the first to beam out, but just saying. All right, whatever. But I'll make the roll. Let you guys decide that. What's the difficulty? Still 2?
Yes, but I'm upping the complication range. Because
2, 3.
Yes, to 3.
Okay. Spend 3 momentum for 2 more dice.
Of course, leave it to the ship to not help.
Dude, the ship has been kicking ass until you showed up.
2
It
momentum
knows you don't
is
like
gained.
her.
And the GM has flubbed rolls all night.
Not all night. Cardassians are horrible to roll with anyway. That was going on.
Of course,
right.
he blames Cardassians.
But aren't like Cardassians good in combat? I thought they were, because they were militaristic species.
Not when you're able to sneak up on them and also have someone who can fly at them out of the night with a bunch of talons and a beak suddenly.
Anyway, the turn does pass to them.
Yeah. Right.
That guy comes in. Why not? I will spend the escalation cost.
Oh boy.
Extra to take aim. I'm
Guys,
gonna
better-
roll a d4. I'll go down the list. He's taking a shot at you, Doctor.
Okay.
And misses. As a disruptor rifle shot goes past your head. I will spend 2 threat to keep the initiative. And that's all he can do. It now passes to you guys.
Last beam out.
Now, both the chief engineer and the transport chief have gone, which they're actually using up 2 different transporters. So,
Okay.
which kind of negate one of the rules I had earlier.
Since there's only one in, and you've got the talent that lets you take 2 out real quick, is that right, Taven?
Yeah.
Let me take care of this first one, and then you can, deal with whoever comes next.
Okay. Taven will begrudgingly hold off on killing.
Ooh, although, I think for my action, Miner's going to be move here to cover, and then I'm going to set off the prepared phaser grenades.
Okay, so no reinforcements right now.
I mean, we can probably beam like a few like explosives on their side of the field.
That
Well,
that was what the whole that plan was.
Oh,
yeah.
We probably
Okay.
need to just beam everybody up.
Yeah, we did that, so it looks like they're being attacked from the other side. So basically, that buys us a little bit more time before reinforcements hit. So that's my action.
Okay, so then it goes back to them.
Or should I swift task and try to take the one guy out?
Well, how many momentum does that take? Is it 1
2.
or 2? I would say let's hold the momentum so that I can use it when
Okay,
they all come in.
fair enough.
All right.
Boy.
Pose daring security.
Claw, claw, bite.
It's like,
Oh.
they come to me now. This is wonderful. It's like a self-serving buffet. All right, I will give 1 threat for extra die, activate bold security, hand-to-hand combat, and I'll re-roll the 1.
Nice.
All 2s. Oh, so close. So close. 1 momentum gain. Roll damage.
His dice rolls are starting to get better.
And ours are getting worse.
So I didn't play yesterday. This is the problem. 1, 2, 3. It's 5 minus 1, so 4.
1 momentum to
Piercing.
Yeah,
Piercing or extra
piercing.
damage will do it. He goes down. He's unconscious.
Do you want a swift task or anything?
Well, that was him attacking me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't do
that's
anything.
true.
Keep in mind, the rest of them are going to be going now because you're actually no. The doctor or the operations officer gets to go.
Doctor, what do you want to do?
Can I take a shot while I'm with this patient, or
Yeah, you can.
okay?
It is a control plus security difficulty of 2 from where you're at. Keep in mind, I don't think you had your weapon drawn out. I would imagine you would have pulled it away, so you'll have to use your minor to draw your weapon. If you wish to do any other extra minor actions, it will cost a momentum. With minor actions, though, you can also aim. which gives you a reroll of 1 dice. And then if you wish to charge your phaser, that's going to cost a momentum because it is considered a minor action.
Um, so my phaser wasn't ready to shoot, I guess, and that's what I have to do to get to that point.
You have to use your minor to pull out your phaser.
Okay.
You can just pull it out and shoot without charging it if you
or
want.
aiming.
Or yeah. But so if you want to do like aim or charge it for area or vicious or whatever, or
Well,
intense.
Those two are unconscious still because they're sedated.
Right, but I was just saying you'd have to spend 1 momentum to do that, but you can just minor draw and pew pew.
I'll do that. All right, so
Control security difficulty 2.
Just missed.
And you miss him. It is back to them. That one guy unlocked the door, so he comes in. That's his minor. I will spend to aim. He sees Cardassians lying by where the haven is at. He's going to aim and take fire at Birdman. I will
Just sees him drenched in Cardassian blood.
Obviously,
Me?
he doesn't see the Andorian hiding behind the boxes with a big sword.
And that. Yes, that is a hit.
Okay.
Oh, I can actually roll the other 0. Accurate. Yeah. That is.
Ooh.
You have body armor, so you take 2 away from that, but that is 5 stress to you.
Okay, so that is a injury.
Yes. Non-lethal. Do you wish to spend 2 momentum or give me 2 threat to stay up, or you can go down?
I will give you 2 threat.
All right. Zoran, it is your go. I think you're last on the list.
Well, Taven hasn't actually gone because that was the Cardassian attacking him.
Taven. Or Taven, yes.
Yeah, I'll yield to Taven. Let him go first.
There are currently 2 Cardassians in the room.
How high is the ceiling in here?
Not high enough to fly
Okay.
up. I mean, you could
Alright.
kind of do a, ground. If you wanted to bull rush them, you can kind of do that.
Alright, so I will. Range wise, what are they at to me?
Medium.
Medium?
Yeah, just on the edge of it. So
How if I
Well,
move
you've got a rifle, so
forward here, are they still both at medium or?
yes.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you getting there.
That is your minor
Alright.
action, though.
To move?
Yes.
Alright, and I will not do that. I will aim at the northbound guy, with Deadeye Marksman.
Just reduces the difficulty by. No. Oh yeah, no, reduces difficulty by 1. So control plus security difficulty 1.
Okay. I have hand phaser. Does this count with a rifle?
No, but you do need to do an extra minor because you are. Did you? I'll allow it because I didn't specify it when you did the thing. So,
Okay.
but no,
Uh,
no focus because hand phasers is for a hand phaser, not a phaser.
Okay. All right, so no focus. I will do 1 threat to activate bold security for a 3rd die.
You can technically re-roll both those zeros with accurate because you aimed, but you do hit, and you still
Alright,
have the
so
bold left. If you wish to
those are 2 rolls there. So
right, but accurate lets you re-roll all the dice instead of
okay.
just one when you aim. And you still have your bold security.
It's because phaser rifles are awesome.
So 2 momentum gained. Roll 9 challenge dice. All zeros. He goes down. It's done.
All right, I will do a swift action to fire at the other Cardassian soldier.
Difficulty of 2.
And I will.
Oh wait, no.
I
Yeah,
have
difficulty.
fire at will.
Okay, yeah, firewell. So still difficulty 2 because
Okay.
you have to aim again.
All right, I will use a momentum to extra minor to aim
Okay, so difficulty 1.
and give you a threat for 3rd die and bold security.
3 momentum gained. Roll damage.
Okay.
That's just such an awesome pair of talents.
Sorry for the double roll.
He goes down either way. It goes to them unless you wish to keep.
There's no one there.
For
Well,
now.
you.
We don't need to keep it.
Yeah, let's let it pass so we can keep the 2 momentum for my next swift task.
All right. Minor. Extra threat.
I want us to get to the top of the round so we can get the transporter beam out.
Well, after that, all these Cardassians get to go. So, after you go, which there's quite a few. Some may not make it in.
There's 3,000, so we got a lot more to go.
He'll take a pot shot at Servant.
Really. The one guy not doing anything.
Hey, get a threat back. That is 5.
Body armor.
3. Spending 1 for piercing. 5. Do you going down, or do you wish to spend 2 momentum to stay up, or give me 2 threat?
I will spend the 2 momentum.
All right. I'm going to spend 2 threats to keep the initiative. That guy sees his friend down, wonders who to shoot. Extra minor aim. Shooting at Birdman again.
I wonder if it's the pile of bodies around me that gives me away.
Probably is.
You're also the one with the rifle.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why did he shoot the other guy shoot at me?
Oh, into a complication. There goes threat. That is a hit though. 4.
Okay,
Four.
reduced by, is it 2?
It's vicious 1 per effect, so 2, 4, 6 minus the 2 for the body armor, so 4 damage, 4 stress.
Okay.
I will spend a threat to
4.
make it 5.
Okay. So I will give you. Is it 2 more threat to stay up,
You
or
can't. You can only spend that once until you do a recovery task.
okay?
I think you can do momentum though, can't you? I mean,
No.
determination.
You can do determination, but I think he spent his determination.
No, I haven't spent my thing
Okay.
yet.
You can spend your determination. Keep in mind, you still take the stress damage, but you keep the injury. If you take another injury, it will be the first injury becomes lethal.
Well, gotta stay up. So how about the value? Will never give up.
You don't have to call value.
Oh.
For that, but you still take 5 stress.
Okay, I marked it down.
I believe you've taken a total of 10.
2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I have 10 stress.
So you have 5 left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
All right. That's all they can do. So, oh no. Who hasn't? No, everyone's gone, right? Or no? Zervan has to go. It's your go.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do?
Hold on. Let's see. Is that showing up? I was trying to put my stress in there on the token somehow. Should be 7/12. So I took
You
5.
don't. No, you just mark it on the sheet.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at the Cardassian.
Which one?
Oh, there's only one up, right?
There's 2 in the room. That
one north, one south.
Another one came in down there. Great.
Yeah, they're all shooting me.
Commander, you and I need to have a talk about cover. It's not a conversation the XO should have to have with the chief of security, but
well, Taven got a little bloodthirsty.
Okay. What do I need to do to shoot him? Security and what?
It is control security difficulty of 2, complication range 2, because you're currently tethered to someone.
All right. Gonna shoot the one at the top of the screen.
That guy. Got it.
We don't have any momentum. Jesus.
You can always use threat.
No, I don't want you to keep bringing in more and more Cardassians. So I'd rather not give you.
I have plenty of Cardassians to bring here. That's not the problem.
Yeah, he's
He
got
has
3,000 of them.
3,000.
Yeah, and he's probably down to like 10 threat or something because
How dare you read my mind?
Fine, 1 threat, whatever.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
And you fucked up the ceiling though.
There's the F-bomb for the night.
At least there's no complications in it.
Sorry. Apologies
fine.
to all the children watching.
What children? All right. So,
I'm watching.
Goes to them.
that guy comes in. Fortunately, I'm not gonna aim.
Did I get another action or?
No, the rest of the actual Cardassians get to go that are on the field.
Oh, okay.
So
And then hopefully the top round we get beamed the hell out of here.
that is a miss.
Catch other around, let's just beam out.
That's another miss.
Lesson learned, more swift task on the beam outs.
That's a hit on somebody. Let's go
At least-
for the Exo. Haven't shot him yet.
At least most of them are working for
actually-
Cobra.
Actually,
the-
that would be a miss on the commander because long range.
And he has cover, doesn't he?
Well, cover is adds to resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
There. That guy can only. He's way the back there. All right. Don't mess this up. Your besting skill is wonderful.
Your what skill? Medicine.
Oh my god, you guys are terrible. All right, top of the round.
Beam out.
That's all you,
That's all the chief engineer.
Saval.
Okay, very well.
Are you beaming straight to sickbay, or are you beaming to the transporter room?
Transporter room.
There is an injured person.
Transporter room.
Your call, Saval.
All right.
Rhymed.
I will. Well, do they need medical attention?
They do.
Yes.
They do. Okay. Well, I'll beam
Treatment
them.
would probably use them too.
Okay, I'll beam them directly to sickbay. Yeah.
Control plus engineering assisted by the ship's computers plus sensors plus engineering, difficulty of 3, complication range of 2.
Okay. I will give you 1 threat for 3 dice and no more momentum. Okay. I'll just give you more threat. Why not? I'm very generous with threats.
How much are you giving me?
This might not be a bad time for that determination spend.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a good idea
So you
to
have to give me
spend that.
2 threat. What value are you using though for determination?
What's the
Let's see,
directive?
Where's my values?
I will take the mission directive in this case because you do not have a value.
I'm committed to help others. I mean, I'm helping others right now.
Yeah,
Trying to save their lives.
you give
That
me
counts as helping.
Yeah. I'm taking another threat because you're rolling 3 dice.
Right.
You just need 1 success, so roll 3 dice plus the ship sensors. Control engineering, difficulty of typically 3, complication range of 2, system of the ship's sensors plus engineering.
Okay. Should I go for the 4th dice or no? 3 dice.
We only have to get one since you've already got 2 automatic successes. So hopefully out of 3 dice and the ship, you'll roll that 3rd success.
All right.
Come on, complication. Rooting for you.
All right. 3 dice then. Let's go. Fingers crossed. And complication. Oh, just go ahead. Oh, come on, you damn ship. Of course, you're
You
gonna
can't
fail.
talk to the ship that way. We've told you before.
That's right. It knew it was you. It's the first complication it's rolled all night.
Roll a.
All right.
You have bold, so you can reroll that comp.
There we go.
Pierce didn't
momentum
roll this many
gain.
complications.
You
3
wish.
momentum gain. Do you want to spend 2
Yeah.
to quash? Yeah.
Spend it, yeah.
All right.
We could mix Shran and Taven together. Shaven.
Shaven. Although now I have my idea for my first cross species character, our mixed species character.
And probably move people into sick bay.
Well, now we have no line of sight of that room.
As everybody is beamed on board and straight to sick bay.
I'm not hurt because cover. The Shran 2 bridge. All hostages have been rescued and beamed aboard, and the away team is returned.
1 second.
Doctor, this blood, it's not going to permanently stain my feathers, is it?
We're beaming up the last of the colonists now. We'll be leaving shortly.
Understood.
Doctor. All right.
Is that the ship's doctor there?
That is the ship's doctor.
Yeah.
You could do the roll, or she can do it, but technically there's actually other people who are injured in the sick bay.
Yeah, all of our medical personnel are NPCs.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do for the guy we just beamed up.
Okay. This is going to be essentially a control plus medicine difficulty, and I have all this threat. Difficulty 3, complication range of 3. Control plus medicine. So do you wish to spend that momentum to roll another dice?
Do we have momentum? Yes, I'll spend it.
And the ship will be assisting with computers plus medicine.
Does it get the chief of medicine advantage?
He's technically not the CMO.
Okay.
One momentum is gained. You stabilize him. You undo the link, and he will make a full recovery with rehabilitation and
All right, didn't lose one.
Can I get my strength build up?
Doc, over here, I could use some assistance pulling the armor off with holes in it.
Who was that? Is that
Taven.
Taven over there? Okay.
And me.
Oh, did you get shot too?
Yeah, I did.
Oh. Take care of him first. I'll be fine. Let's plug this hole up.
I think
Who
I can
appears to be
take care of
worse off?
Sharon, Doctor. You'll go ahead and see to Mr. Commander Taven. That's
Very
fair
good.
talk.
You probably got hit a little bit harder than I did.
Daring
Suspect.
medicine difficulty 1. This is by
That's
the
why I
ship's
didn't take
computer's
cover.
medicine.
So that they would shoot at me and not at you.
Is that for both of the docs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to rig out the dermal regenerators here.
There you go,
And
Ensign. Good as new.
Thank you.
So work on feathers.
Gotta get to the bridge.
Yep. The Shran's on the run to the bridge.
I am
Taven
following
immediately
right behind
comes up and starts running to the bridge as well.
And as you guys head towards the bridge, the 3 of you enter the bridge and you hear the captain order, "Get us the hell out of here." And the ship goes to warp. And that will end today's session. And of
Very
course,
good.
Well done.